Hello there fellow humans and welcome to this video, and today I want to talk about something special because normally I don't really cover low tier tanks on this channel, so now for today I thought how about we do that, and we're going to do it obviously with one of the most infamous low tier tanks, and that is the PZ2J or the tier 3 mouse. So because it is in the shop right now, as you can see for €4 for some reason, you can buy it down here together with a T15. Maybe you could have gotten the T15 for free. However, I think you can sell it for gold, which is very nice. For €4, if we go here, we can sell this thing for 950 gold, which means if you buy these €4, you already have 950 gold, and you have a funky little tier 3 as well in the PZ2J. Now, obviously, this thing is also in the shop right now, but I mean, it's €5, which is given very cheap, and you also have a month of premium. However, the tank itself is quite boring, so that's up to you whether you want this or not. But this thing is certainly funny, so for €4 and 950 gold, which, if you look, is roughly €3 already. You get this thing for €1, which is quite nice. So, now, let's not talk about it too much. Instead, let's go right into the battle. So here we go, right into it. What the hell? Okay, that's new. Yeah, but what happened here is the game wasn't able to load these textures, so it just replaced them with the default texture. It's basically the way the maps work is they get modeled first, and then you slap textures onto it. So, cool. Okay, now let's go for it. Now, obviously, it's not 2015 anymore, so it's not invincible anymore. That has to be said. However, if it's a tier 3 battle, it is still quite funny. Obviously, in a tier 4 battle, you complete an early fucked, because you have a tiny little auto-loading gun. But in a situation like this, all you gotta do is sit here and hope they don't have 80mm of penetration. In his case, he doesn't, and then just fire off this gun. Now, quick word about the T15 before. It is 950 gold, so I'd certainly sell it. And you could have also gotten it for free, I think around New Year or Christmas, something like that. So you could sell it twice at that point. Which is very cool. Yeah, I'm getting wrecked now. Which is the problem, you know. There are a lot of tanks that can pen this thing now. There are a lot of tanks that can pen it now. Like an M3. That didn't used to be the case, however, still, you have a lot more armor than the regular tier 3, which is quite important because most tier 3s don't really have any armor whatsoever. So you have 100 damage per clip as well, and roughly if you can penetrate it, with the APCR as well, you can get up to, I think, 150 or something like that if you hit every single AP shot. So it is quite a lot there. Okay, 133 damage left on me. Ow. That's a Panzer 30. See, enemy Panzer2J. I can't pen myself. Well, I can if I get super lucky with the APCR. Yeah, okay, the Panzer 58 can just go straight through my front, which is not very nice. And there we go, I'm dead. But that's 800 damage, not too bad. So now let's get into a tier 4 battle here, which means I am completely screwed. Now, there are a couple of tier 3s that can pen this thing. Obviously, it isn't, as I said, it isn't 2015 anymore, so there are quite a couple of tier 3s that can pen it. Tier 2s can't pen it at all, basically. But it's going to be very rare that you encounter those. So, tier 4s, however, most of them do have more penetration, and especially with premium ammo. Now, you have 80mm at the front, which is quite good for this kind of tier. However, the sides and the rear are only 40mm, so you're definitely going to get penetrated to those by tier 4s. Also, the problem you have against tier 4s is you have to fire a lot of APCR, so this thing is not a tank for those that are broke. That's all I gotta say here. You know, it does have to fire a lot of APCR. It does fire a lot of APCR, but I mean, you're getting this tank for €1 essentially, and not even that, because you also get extra add-ons, so it's a bargain. However, it's only a bargain for those that can afford it. Because, you know, this is like a car that you buy for $1,000, then it costs like 100 euros to run it for a kilometer because it breaks down the entire time. This is what this is, you know. It's cheap to get, hard to maintain, which is, to be fair, it's quite funny. And if you have a lot of crits to throw out, all you have to do is play 100 battles in this thing, and the credits are gone. I think in WoT, I mean, it's WoT's PC, it's even worse because you have to spend about 100,000 credits per game in this vehicle, because your AP pen is about 25, and your APCR pen is like 40. So, it's a lot better in Blitz in terms of the gun, which is very useful. Two are dead. Gonna try to take out that Valentine. Obviously, don't want to get yeeted by the Panzer III because it's quite a soft belly right there. Confirm that. The 12 damage. Let's go. Here we go. I mean, I don't know. This is just, the main reason I don't do low tier battles is because I don't want to feel like I'm just seal clubbing. Because then I would be if I do low tier battles all the time. But once in a time, you gotta feature it, you know, because low tier battles can be a lot of fun, especially tier 1. You know, tier 1 with the M2 light is absolutely lovely. But obviously, most of the time, higher tiers are the more interesting ones because the diversity of tanks is a lot bigger. And the players, I mean, the players don't really improve that much, you know, from the lower tiers to the higher ones. Can't pin aside, let's go. So it doesn't really matter what tiers you play, you'll always get bad players, but where do you have fun? And this thing can be a lot of fun, you know, like it's, you know, I normally don't recommend stuff like this, but hey, look, it's tier 3, it's stupid, it's stupidly cheap, and I mean, I fired quite a lot of APCR, I still did make some crits, even though I did have boosters, but as you can see, the ammo was quite costly. But yeah, I mean, if you want to have a fun throwaway tank, go for it. It's a funny little thing, and why the hell not? And also, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you for the next one. Goodbye.